Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Now today is a bit different. I don't normally do this kind of videos, but this is a review video of an Android TV box that I was sent by LeelBox. So I'm not being paid to do this video, they just sent the product. It is different like I said, so if you don't enjoy these videos, feel free to not watch it. I do have a normal video coming out on Friday, which is going to be programming. But yeah, so the reason why I agreed to do this review is because at the time, I was actually looking for an Android box because you can see my setup for, so if that's the TV there, my setup for actually watching stuff is kind of, well, it's a laptop in a cupboard with a HDMI cable in it. So at the time when they sent it, I was actually looking for a new box and they happened to email me at the right time because I was just like, yeah, we'll give yours a shout. So we are going to having a look at it today and fixing this because this is bad. I used to use a Raspberry Pi as the media center with Kodi on it, but I found that it was sometimes crashing and also there's no Netflix on Kodi. So I wanted a solution that could have Netflix and Amazon Video and YouTube and Kodi all in the same box because all my downloaded films that I definitely bought are on the server down there, which has, you know, big hard drives in it. So the goal is to fix this, and yeah, so let's get straight to it. So this is what the Q2 Mini looks like. You can see it's not very big. This is the front of it, so that is actually an LED display that has the time, network status, and a little alarm symbol, which I don't really know what that means. That's the underside. You can see there's a vent for there for ventilation, because this has a CPU and a GPU in it, but we'll talk about more about that later. And also this is the top, which has LeelBox written on the top of it, and also a power button that gives a decent click, which can turn off the front display and also essentially lock it because it's an Android device. And on the back here we have a 3.5mm headphone jack in there, a HDMI there, which is a little bit stiff, but I mean it fits, so it works. Cat 5, or well, not Cat 5, sorry, Ethernet port for if you don't have very good wireless signal, because this does have wireless on it, a USB, and also a power jack. So that USB, I use it for an air mouse, however it does come with this remote, but I use an air mouse instead. Or you can attach up some additional storage as well, so if you want to stream it directly over USB, that's fine, but I just use network because my network is fast enough. So in terms of size difference, this is what I was using before, which was a Raspberry Pi with a fan on it, and this kept crashing and dying, and well, it's useless. So this is the box. Comes in this box here. This is what mine came in. Yours might be better. It's a box. It does what it was supposed to. You can't discredit them for that. So what I'm going to say is that just because this is Chinese does not make it a bad product. I have worked with plenty of Chinese companies, and their stuff they make, depending on how much money their research and development team put in, is, you know, everything's made in China. But this isn't just some cheap Chinese tat. It's actually really, really good. So in terms of what we have spec-wise, which it says on the box, so obviously what comes with this, sorry, let's just start with that, is this remote which works. It doesn't need a USB or anything like that. It directly interfaces with the box, so you don't need to use up an additional port for it. It'll just work, but like I said, I use an air mouse. And also came a HDMI cable, which was about this long, maybe, a bit longer, and also UK power, but yours will obviously come with whatever power you need. So in the box here we have the instruction manuals, which are underneath this part here, and it also says 4K there, so it is capable of streaming 4K, and we'll find out about that in later. And on the front here it says what we have inside of it, so I can't read backwards. So we've got a quad core CPU, which is an ARM Cortex-A7. We have an Marshmellow 450MP4 GPU. We've got 2 gigs of DDR RAM and 8 gigs of flash storage. So the flash storage doesn't really mean much to me because I'm going to be streaming. This is a stream box for me, and it says LeelBox on the front, and you're able to play movies, music, YouTube, and live TV. Q2 Mini and the little Android symbol there. So let's go ahead and we'll plug this in. There's nothing else on here to really mention apart from single band 802.11ng Wi-Fi. Is it N? No, not NG, just N. And it doesn't say what version of Android is on it. But I'm sure we'll find out. So yeah, let's go ahead and plug it in. It's like when you are in, so you can see that it runs Android here, and you can see the mouse moving around on the screen. That's because of this remote that I was talking about. So it's got an air mouse on it, and all these buttons work, and then on the back is a full keyboard. So this is what you get from out of the box. I haven't installed any apps on it. So you get Google Play, and you get KD Play, which is essentially Kodi for this device, and it comes pre-installed with some repositories on it, such as Exodus, which I'll show you as well. So you can also go to the My Apps section, and it comes with Netflix as well, and the Play Store, and the settings, and I've installed Kodi there, so I lied. So I don't know why I installed Kodi, because honestly KD Player is essentially the same thing. So you can see how fast it is. So if you open up Netflix here, it switches very, very quickly. Now, what I found with this, which I emailed them, was that the quality of Netflix seemed really low. You can tell just by looking at it that it's not 1080p. Everything looks really blurry. And the other thing I noticed is that Netflix wasn't on the Google Play Store, because I believe this device is rooted out of the box. So I don't really know what's going on there, and I was like, well, this is really weird because the quality is really poor. But what I found is that when you play the video, it starts off poor and then gets 1080p. And I don't know how it works. That might just be a Netflix thing. But you can see everything is working here. And if we just go ahead and click on a film that we want to watch and play it, it loads, and you can get rid of this sidebar down here as well. So you can see that the quality starts off really poor, but as the film goes on, it will kind of like buffer. So I don't really know why that happens, but it's fine, honestly. So we can just put our mouse down here and we can make the bar disappear and stuff like that. So I'm using the mouse because it's easier, and we can just exit that application. So the other thing you obviously get is KD Player. That comes out of the box, and this is essentially Kodi. And more or less the same thing. You can tell you've seen it before, and it comes pre-installed with Podcast One, House Mixers, and Cool London, and you can just navigate this using the mouse, or you can use the keyboard like this. So videos, in terms of videos, if you go to video add-ons here, we've got Cartoon HD, Earthcam, Exodus, Indigo, YouTube, and all that stuff, and it works fairly well as well. Obviously, Exodus is kind of sketchy. This is, you know, Kodi boxes and stuff like this. This is why you want to ban them. So I'm not going to play any footage. We're just going to open up YouTube here, and you can go ahead and browse around in the Kodi YouTube app. So let's just do popular right now. And so you can obviously download apps on this because it's Android, and the YouTube one works fairly well. What I found with the YouTube app is that I was kind of buffering a lot, and I don't know why it was happening. I think it might have just been the internet. So that YouTube app isn't actually working right now, so we'll go ahead and we'll use the proper app, which is obviously better. So we'll press home, and we'll go to My Apps, and YouTube is on this list somewhere. There we go. YouTube. So is this the proper YouTube app? Yes, it is. So we can show you some YouTube as well. Go ahead and click on my channel. We'll just click on this one, and you can see it loads up. And it plays. Now I've turned the sound off just because, you know, why not? But it works fairly well, and you get the quality settings as well, but for some reason I can't get back. I can't find the menu. So I just think that my internet is too poor for this box, because my internet is a bit of a joke really, and the buffering kind of sucks. So let's see what it is like to stream proper content from my server, for example. So I'm going to stop the video here, set all that up, and we'll have a look. So I've gone ahead and added my media center to this. So this is where all my all the files I've downloaded legally have been stored. So you can see we've got little HD markers here for the ones that are HD. So this is 1080p or 720p. So let's see how fast this is now streaming over the network. So it really comes down to how fast your network is. Now you can see here that I can scrub through this fairly easily. Not a single bit of lag. And I can obviously switch on the audio here up here, and we'll have audio. So yeah, there's absolutely no problem there. So let's see how it does with a 4K video. So I haven't got any 4K films, but I do have a 4K sample. I believe it's 4K sample, they say it is. So that's down at the bottom. So let's go ahead and we'll move down here. You can see there's absolutely no lag, and it's proper smooth, and you know, it's just what you want. So here we go, it's somewhere down here. Let's see, sample Elysium. So this is supposed to be 4K, and you can see that it's playing it just fine. And I don't think there is any audio. Yeah, there is. So you can see this is 4K. Let's scrub through it. You can see down there we've got 4K. And yeah, so this is the problem I'm running into with 4K, is that my server can't keep up too well with buffering it, but that's not a problem with the box. So you can see it works just fine, and if you have 4K films it'll play it no problem. So yeah, that's the review of this. Pricing, the Q2 Mini is available for $40 or $39.99, and the links to those are in the description if you want to pick one up. If you can find one, then I suggest you can buy it as well, but really, it's up to you. I mean, there's nothing particularly special about this. It becomes pre-installed with everything you need, so that's good. There's not much setting up you need to do. It works, it does exactly what it says on the tin. It's able to play 4K, it says it can play 4K, so that is absolutely fine as well. And yeah, so if you can find it, it's in the description below to where you can get it. They ship from Amazon as well, and also directly from their website, depending on stock levels. So it's currently unavailable on Amazon, but if it's available, then I suggest you can pick one up. It's, you know, it works, it's brilliant. It fixes what the problem I had, which was playing all my media from a laptop. So now I have Netflix, I've got Amazon Video, I've got YouTube, I've got Coda, and it's all in one place, and it's tiny, and it works. So that's the review of the Q2 Mini. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys don't like this, then you don't need to worry. I won't be doing this stuff all the time, and I will have other videos that I'll be working on as well. So that's my review. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and share if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can follow me on Twitter, that is Jack1337. You can also follow me and like me on Facebook, that is Jack Tutorials. And also go ahead and click that bell icon as well so you never miss one of my uploads. So thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you again in the next one.